this article, theorem of parallel axis. Theorem of parallel axis. Theorem of parallel axis. In order to apply theorem of parallel axis, we need two axes parallel to each other. One of them, one of axis passing through center of mass of the object. One of axis passing through center of mass of an object. So this is an object, and center of that object is C. An axis passing through that point is ACB. ACB axis, which is passing through center of an object. Let us consider another axis, any axis which is passing through point O, but which is passing through point O. So MOP axis is any axis which is passing through point O and parallel to given axis. Parallel to given axis. Given axis is ACB. The distance between two axes, separation of that axis AOP and ACB, distance OC is H. H is the distance between two axes, two given parallel axes. In figure shows that an object of mass m, axis MOP, is any axis passing through point O. Axis ACP is passing through point C at a distance h. Parallel to axis MOP. ACB is the axis passing through point C parallel to MOP. Let us consider mass element dm. Consider a mass element dm located at point D. So dm is a mass element located at point D, and that dm point draw perpendicular from D point on OC is so dotted lines draw perpendicular on OC from point D is dn, and moment of inertia of the object about axis ACB is IC is equal to integration DC square into dm. Integration dO square into dm means hypotenuse square is equal to dn square plus on square. So dn square plus on square replace do square by dn square plus on square according to Pythagoras theorem, which is applied in that rectangle ODN, okay, into dn. So separate that quantity, that is equal to integration dn square into dm square into dm plus on square into dm. Then that is equal to integration dn square dm plus integration, replace that quantity on square means OC plus cm bracket square into dm. So that is equal to integration dn square dm square dn square dm plus integration OC square plus 2OC into Cn plus Cn square into dm. Expand that bracketed quantity, square bracket quantity, square of first term OC square plus 2 into first term into second term 2OC into Cn plus B square, second term square means Cn square. So that is equal to final dn square plus into dm plus OC square dm plus 2 into integration OC into dm into Cn into dm plus integration Cn square dm. Cn square dm. Integration dn square dm plus this term, last term, integration Cn square dm plus integration OC square dm. OC means h square dm plus 2h integration. OC means 2h. Take h outside that integration. So 2h on square on dm. On dm. On dm. Sorry. Cn dm. 2h Cn dm. 2h integration Cn dm. This is equal to, so take common dm, integration dn square plus Cn square into dm plus integration h square integration dm plus 2h in bracket Cn into dm. So this is apply hypotenuse, Pythagoras theorem to right angle. Apply Pythagoras theorem to right angle ODN. In ODN, hypotenuse is OD, two sides are TN and CN. Apply Pythagoras theorem to CDN. CD is hypotenuse. CD square is equal to dn square plus nc square, which is a Pythagoras theorem. So dn square plus nc square is nothing but cd square. So integration cd square dm plus h square dm plus 2h integration cn square dm. I O, moment of inertia about point O. IO is equal to. Now integration cd square dm is nothing but moment of inertia about axis passing through point C. So this integration is nothing but moment of inertia IC, moment of inertia about point C, and integration dm is nothing but total mass of the body. M. NC is a distance. NC is a distance of a point from center of mass. We know that. Definition of center of mass. According to definition of center of mass, any mass distribution is symmetrical about center of mass. So any mass distribution about center of mass is symmetrical. This is the definition of center of mass. So this is 0. This bracket term is 0. Okay, this integration term nc square integration nc square dm is 0. So final equation, nc is a distance of point from center of mass. According to the definition of center of mass, any mass distribution about center of mass is 0. So this integration term nc square dm is equal to 0. Therefore final equation, moment of inertia about point O is equal to moment of inertia about point C plus mh square. This is a mathematical proof. This can be stated in words. So according to this law, theorem of parallel axis, final mathematical form, IO is equal to IC plus mh square. In words, it states that